in the beginning there was nothing, and then God created the earth and the skies. And it's essentially what the Bible is trying to say that people had achieved. Because if you think about the Bible, right, and if all these people are correct about the original history of sophisticated civilization.
On a recent Joe Rogan Experience episode, Rogan unveiled the mystery of the Book of Enoch, a text long excluded from the Bible. This rediscovered version is said to contain shocking revelations, truths about angels, forbidden knowledge, and a forgotten connection between the heavens and humanity. But why were these secrets concealed? And what could they mean for our understanding of history, faith, and even our very existence? Rogan hinted at truths so unsettling, they challenge everything we think we know. Buckle up, this isn't just another ancient story. It's a cosmic puzzle with pieces humanity might never have been meant to find. The mystery of Enoch. Enoch is a figure of profound intrigue in both religious texts and mystical traditions, standing out as a man who walked with God and was taken up into heaven without experiencing death, as described in Genesis 5:24. This unique phrase suggests an unparalleled relationship with the divine, marking him as someone who transcended the ordinary boundaries of human existence. Unlike other biblical figures whose lives end with mortality, Enoch's fate hints at a deeper connection between humanity and the spiritual realm. His story raises questions about whether he played a larger role in ancient history and theology than the brief mentions in canonical texts suggest. The Book of Enoch expands significantly on this enigmatic figure, transforming the few lines in Genesis into a narrative that includes celestial journeys, divine revelations, and warnings of cosmic judgment. In this apocryphal text, Enoch is portrayed as a mediator between heaven and earth, receiving knowledge from angels and uncovering the secrets of creation, the cosmos, and the spiritual hierarchies that govern existence. His encounters with the Watchers, angels who rebelled against divine order, offer moral lessons about the consequences of straying from one's divine purpose. These vivid stories have captivated scholars and readers alike, painting Enoch as a bridge between the mortal and divine realms. Enoch's timeline places him as a patriarch existing before the flood, appearing several generations after Adam, and the great-grandfather of Noah. This rarefied chronology places in an age mythicized for extreme longevity, great legendary personages, and divine interaction with humanity. The Hebrew Bible provides scanty information regarding Enoch's life, forcing much of the interpretation from non-canonical sources, such as the Book of Enoch and various Jewish mystical writings. These imply that Enoch's removal to heaven was not only a reward for his righteousness, but also an event of transformation, putting him in a different order altogether among humans. Later traditions, especially those embedded in the second and third Enoch, go even further. These narratives relate to Enoch's transformation into the heavenly being Metatron, a guardian and scribe of the celestial realm with great angelic authority. Metatron, by this logic, would have been understood as the divine scribe, documenting human actions and monitoring cosmic order. The process of this transformation is a shattering of the paradigm for the human to escape mortal bounds, entering an almost divine union. Enoch persists over all these various texts and traditions as a figure of great fascination, for Enoch stands an eternal bridge linking the planes of humanity with the lofty esoteric marvels of the cosmos. But what secrets could this ancient forbidden text hold that made it too controversial for the Bible? Let's dive deeper. A forbidden text of cosmic mysteries. The Book of Enoch is one of the most fascinating and controversial ancient texts, often referred to as an apocryphal or pseudepigraphical work. This means it is not part of the official canon for most Jewish and Christian traditions, though it holds a revered place in the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. Believed to have been written by multiple authors between the 3rd century BCE and the 1st century CE, the Book of Enoch expands on the brief mentions of Enoch in Genesis, turning him into a central figure of cosmic significance. The text is renowned for its vivid descriptions of angels, the cosmos, and divine mysteries, as well as its dramatic tales of the Watchers, angels who rebelled against God by descending to earth and fathering the Nephilim. The exclusion of the Book of Enoch from most biblical canons has long been a topic of debate. Its content, filled with mystical visions, forbidden knowledge, and apocalyptic warnings, may have been deemed too speculative or controversial for inclusion. The text, delves deeply into creation's hidden mechanics, angelic hierarchies, and moral lessons about divine judgment, topics that likely clashed with the theological priorities of certain religious communities. However, the Ethiopian Church preserved the text in its Ge'ez manuscripts, providing modern scholars and readers a glimpse into its extraordinary content. Today, the rediscovery of ancient fragments of the Book of Enoch in the Dead Sea Scrolls has reignited interest in its themes and historical significance. One of the more interesting elements of the book was the journey of Enoch into the cosmos. His excursions with angelic guides extended into the secret realms of the cosmos, such as the heavens and Sheol, the place of the dead. These tours allow an understanding of the connection between the physical and the spiritual worlds, exposing the movement of the constellations, the judgment of God, and the moral law that is established in creation. Enoch discovers the Watchers, divine beings who abandoned their heavenly posts, married human wives, and delivered forbidden knowledge, warfare, spellcasting, and astrology to humankind. These transgressions break the cosmic order, resulting in the depravity of the earth, and culminating in the Great Flood. The Book of Enoch has been a prominent influence in shaping thought within religion, even though it has never been accepted in basic scripture, particularly during the Second Temple period, a time rich with apocalyptic and mystical ideas. The tale of angelic revolt, divine retribution, and cosmic what's-its is steeped in familiar beats from other canonical texts like Genesis and Revelation. The Book of Enoch is a puzzle and a marvel, offering challenges to notions of ancient traditions and humanity's role in the cosmos. For seekers of esoteric truths and cosmic revelations, the Book of Enoch is a tantalizingly completely banned text, rich with impossibly deep mysteries. Why was the Book of Enoch left out of the Bible? The Book of Enoch was excluded from most Jewish and Christian biblical canons, largely due to its speculative content and mystical themes, which did not align with the theological frameworks of these traditions. Filled with vivid depictions of angels, apocalyptic visions, and hidden cosmic knowledge, the text was seen by some religious authorities as too controversial or divergent from accepted scripture. The process of canonization, which determined which texts would become part of the Hebrew Bible and later the Christian Bible, focused on writings that were widely accepted, doctrinally consistent, and deemed spiritually authoritative. The Book of Enoch, with its elaborate depictions of angelic rebellions and divine mysteries, may have been considered too speculative or fantastical to meet these criteria. One significant factor in its exclusion is the Book of Enoch's depiction of the Watchers, a group of angels who rebelled against divine authority by descending to earth, marrying human women, and fathering the Nephilim. These hybrid offspring were said to be giants who introduced chaos and corruption to the world. While Genesis 6:4 briefly mentions the sons of God and the Nephilim, the Book of Enoch expands these few verses into an elaborate narrative of rebellion, divine judgment, and cosmic order. This detailed account of the Watchers' fall and their subsequent punishment may have been seen as speculative or even heretical by early religious communities, leading to its exclusion from mainstream scripture. Though ignored by most religious canons, the Book of Enoch is nevertheless honored in the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, where it holds the status of biblical canon. This position taken by the Ethiopian Church concerning the text illustrates its unique theological and cultural perspectives and how they relate historically to early Jewish and Christian traditions in that region. Written in Ge'ez, the Ethiopian version of the text became a basis for modern-day translations and research. It survived in Ethiopia, illustrating the variety present in early Christian and Jewish circles, with the latter having many differing opinions concerning which texts were authentically inspired by God. This rediscovery of the Book of Enoch in the Dead Sea Scrolls has revived interest among scholars and the public alike in its themes and historical significance. Henceforth, these fragments of the text demonstrate that it did hold some sway during Second Temple times, when certain Jewish groups were allured by apocalyptic literature, angelic hierarchies, and cosmic mysteries. It may be the speculative nature of the text that led to its exclusion from mainstream scripture, but the very fact that it survived notwithstanding has proven that it continues to be attractive and has had an impact on the Christian tradition. The Book of Enoch keeps a uniquely fascinating memory of divergent faiths and theological debates that gave shape to the early Judeo-Christian traditions. Guardians turned rebels. The Watchers, a group of angels described in the Book of Enoch, were originally tasked with guiding and protecting humanity. Their role as divine overseers placed them in a position of trust and authority, acting as intermediaries between heaven and earth. However, the Watchers deviated from their sacred mission, descending to earth and becoming entangled in mortal affairs. This act of rebellion, often portrayed as a moment of collective defiance, marked a dramatic turning point in the cosmic narrative. Their choice to abandon their divine responsibilities set the stage for catastrophic consequences, not just for themselves, but for humanity and the world at large. Central to the Watchers' rebellion was their decision to take human women as wives, an act that violated divine boundaries. From these unions were born the Nephilim, hybrid offspring described as giants of immense size and strength. These beings wreaked havoc on the earth, consuming resources, spreading violence, and disrupting the balance of creation. In addition to this, the Watchers imparted forbidden knowledge to humanity, teaching secrets such as weapon-making, enchantments, and astrology. While these skills advanced human civilization, they were introduced prematurely and without divine permission, leading to widespread corruption and chaos. The Book of Enoch provides a vivid account of the rebellion of the Watchers, naming notable leaders such as Samyaza and Azazel. Samyaza, often considered the principal instigator, gathered the Watchers to take an oath and bind themselves to the shared purpose of the revolt against God. Azazel, the other distinguished figure, is particularly remembered for instructing mankind in the art of war and seduction, acts that culled humanity into a state of moral depravity. Their actions again called down not only the ire of heaven, but also, most importantly, the decree for their eternal punishment. As the text further goes, the Watchers were imprisoned in a spiritual abyss, awaiting the final judgment, while the Great Flood was invoked to cleanse the earth from corruption brought about by their rebellion. The tale of the Watchers stands cautioning against the dire consequences of transgressing divine limits and misusing power. Their rebellion was, indeed, an embodiment of such destructive forces once pride and desire chose to ignore moral restraint. The Watchers began as protectors and guides. Their fall from grace has turned them into agents of chaos and destruction. The story also references the interconnectedness of the physical and spiritual worlds, where action in one realm carries consequences into the other. The story remains timeless, launching an endless obsession with free will, responsibility, and eventually rebellion against divine order. Giants of ancient lore. The Nephilim, often described as giants or the fallen ones, are among the most mysterious and controversial figures in ancient lore. Their origins are tied to the rebellion of the Watchers, a group of angels who descended to earth and took human women as their wives. According to the Book of Enoch, these unions produced hybrid offspring, the Nephilim, who possessed extraordinary size, strength, and influence. Briefly mentioned in Genesis 6:4, the Bible refers to them as heroes of old, men of renown, but the Book of Enoch expands their story, portraying them as beings whose very existence disrupted the natural order of creation. The Nephilim were not just physically imposing, they were also agents of chaos and destruction. As they grew in number, they consumed resources at an alarming rate, causing widespread suffering among humans. Their power and arrogance led them to oppress and dominate those around them, spreading violence and corruption across the earth. In addition to their physical might, the Nephilim introduced dangerous knowledge and practices to humanity, passed down by their Watcher fathers. This knowledge, while advanced, came prematurely and without divine approval, destabilizing human society and pushing it toward moral and spiritual decay. As noted in the Book of Enoch and in the Noah account in the Bible, it was the presence of the Nephilim that triggered the Great Flood. Their purpose of the flood was to wipe out the earth, to cleanse it from all the corruption that was brought in by the Nephilim and their Watcher progenitors. Most people believe that the Nephilim completely perished during the flood. Still, some various traditions and texts hint at the possibility that some were spared. Also, Goliath and other giants mentioned later in biblical narratives are commonly considered to be descendants of the Nephilim, thus giving an extension to the belief that their legacy continued in some form. The story of the Nephilim travels outside of the confines of religion into the domains of myth and legend in other parts of the world. From Titan in Greek mythology to Jotun in Norse mythology, many cultures share such stories of giant beings having an origin in heaven or divine beings and meddling in the world in shocking ways. By these comparisons, a shared theme emerges, a fascination with beings that seem to exist between the mortal and divine, possessing great power, only to cause mayhem in the end. Whether seen as real entities, symbolic epitomes of human pride, or memory traces of a forgotten past, the Nephilim are an intriguing and puzzling chapter of ancient mythology, forever inviting study and conjecture. What did Enoch witness in the heavens that reshaped his destiny and revealed the hidden mechanics of the cosmos? Let's uncover the journey. Enoch's journey through the heavens. Enoch's journeys through the heavens, as described in the Book of Enoch, are among the most vivid and mystical aspects of the text. Guided by angels, Enoch is taken on a grand tour of the cosmos, where he witnesses the inner workings of creation and the spiritual realms. These cosmic tours reveal a universe far more interconnected than ordinary human understanding allows, with celestial bodies, natural phenomena, and moral laws all intricately aligned. Enoch's guides not only show him these wonders, but also explain their purpose, emphasizing the balance and order that govern both the physical and spiritual worlds. One of the most striking elements of Enoch's heavenly journeys is his exploration of multiple heavens, each with its own unique features and functions. These realms are described as layers of divine creation, populated by angels performing various tasks to maintain cosmic order. Enoch encounters archangels, such as Michael and Raphael, who share divine knowledge about the movement of celestial bodies, the cycles of time, and the interconnectedness of the spiritual and earthly domains. Through these revelations, Enoch learns that the cosmos operates according to a precise and sacred plan, where even the paths of the sun, moon, and stars are governed by divine will. There, Enoch traverses also the abyss of the dead, upon whose territories he observes the fate of souls according to their deeds in life. This part of Enoch's travel serves to elucidate the moral order in which events unfold in the universe, rewarding or punishing good and evil. Such visions are evidence against mankind, so he may see where such actions can cause the divine order to suffer. He was tasked to come back to Earth with all that he saw as his vision and mission to become a messenger of God that would aid his fellow men to remember their duties and responsibilities toward that which God planned during creation. The cosmic journeys described in the Book of Enoch go further to elucidate biblical themes while providing intricate cosmology dictated by the spiritual and philosophical concerns of the Second Temple period. Enoch's experience also gives credence to the view that the material and immaterial worlds are inextricably bound. Human actions, no matter how seemingly innocuous, affect cosmic balance. These journeys compel the audience to think about the mysteries of the universe, divine justice, and the cosmic story's participatory role by humankind. The very fact that he witnesses and exists as a bridge between the realms cements the position of Enoch as a most important figure within ancient mysticism and apocalyptic literature. Parallels between Watchers and global legends. The story of the Watchers and their descent to Earth in the Book of Enoch is not unique in global mythology. Across cultures, similar tales exist of powerful beings who intervene in human affairs, often with dramatic consequences. In Greek mythology, the Titans are primordial deities who rebel against the Olympian gods, engaging in a cosmic struggle that mirrors the rebellion of the Watchers. Like the Watchers, the Titans embody both creative and destructive forces, passing on knowledge and influencing the world while ultimately clashing with divine authority. These parallels suggest a universal fascination with the tension between celestial beings and the mortal world. In Norse mythology, the Jotun or giants also share striking similarities with the Nephilim, the hybrid offspring of the Watchers. The Jotun are ancient beings who exist in opposition to the gods of Asgard, often possessing immense power and influencing the natural and supernatural worlds. They are frequently depicted as both adversaries and sources of knowledge, much like the Watchers, who teach forbidden secrets to humanity. This recurring theme of celestial or semi-divine beings providing advanced knowledge, whether for humanity's benefit or detriment, can also be found in myths from Mesopotamia, where figures like Apkallu are said to have imparted wisdom to early humans. There are legends about giants, divine embodiments, or beings interacting with humankind in the Native American and Hindu traditions. According to Hindu mythology, Asuras, a race of powerful beings, are usually opposed to the devas or gods, creating conflict across the cosmic landscape that recalls the rebellion of the Watchers. In similar accounts, Native American traditions tell of giants or star beings coming from the heavens and influencing the civilizations of early humans. The stories tend to stress the duality of these beings, as both the bringers of wisdom and those disrupting the natural order. The worldwide presence of such legends indicates a common cultural memory or archetype of celestial beings that mediate between the realm of mortals and that of the divine. Because these legends are found far and wide, some have pondered their origins, wondering if they may be a record of some forgotten event in human history. These legends are often tied to megalithic structures in places such as Mesopotamia, Peru, or Turkey, with some theorists suggesting that beings like the Watchers or their equivalents provided advanced knowledge facilitating these constructions. While skeptics maintain that such associations are fanciful speculation, no one could deny the existence of these imaginings continuing through the ages across cultures, be they symbols, spiritual phenomena, or plain facts. The similarities between the Watchers and the various accounts worldwide reflect humanity's unquenchable thirst regarding the divine, the origins of knowledge, and the interaction between mortality and heaven. Lost civilizations and ancient knowledge. The narrative of the Watchers in the Book of Enoch suggests that ancient humanity once possessed advanced knowledge and technologies imparted by these celestial beings. The Watchers, originally tasked with guiding humanity, instead revealed secrets of warfare, enchantments, astrology, and other skills that were not meant to be known at that time. This influx of forbidden knowledge is said to have disrupted the natural order, leading to widespread corruption and chaos. These stories have fueled speculation that lost civilizations, now shrouded in mystery, may have been influenced by this knowledge, achieving feats of engineering and science far beyond what we might expect for their time. Megalithic structures around the world, such as those in Peru, Mesopotamia, and Turkey, are often cited as evidence of ancient advanced civilizations. Sites like Göbekli Tepe, the pyramids of Giza, and Machu Picchu exhibit construction techniques that seem to defy the capabilities of the societies traditionally believed to have built them. Some researchers theorize that these monumental achievements could be tied to the Watchers' forbidden knowledge, passed down to early humans, and subsequently lost over time. While mainstream archaeology attributes these sites to human ingenuity and persistence, the precision and scale of these structures continue to inspire alternative theories about their origins. Distant echoes of legends about lost civilizations become loud in world creation myths that recount such possession of extraordinary knowledge. Besides the Watchers' story, the legends of Atlantis recounted by Plato and those of Sumerian Apkallu also talk about advanced civilizations or beings who had made imparting wisdom to humanity one of their objectives. Such tales almost always feature catastrophic downfalls, either through divine punishment, natural catastrophes, or human hubris, emphasizing some commonalities with the Watchers and the Great Flood in the Book of Enoch. Such striking parallels seem to suggest that perhaps many cultures can be thought to share a collective memory for that time, when an interaction between human beings and divine or semi-divine entities changed the course of history. Modern discoveries and new technologies, such as ground-penetrating radar and satellite imagery, have now provided a fresh impetus to the search for evidence of these lost civilizations. In some cases, theories about ancient high knowledge and its conscious suppression become tethered to legends of the Watchers and their interference. Critics argue that many of these claims are fraudulent or lack good evidence. Defenders argue that the ruins of these ancient civilizations, hidden in the sands of time, may one day help to illuminate this area. The Book of Enoch puts forward the theory that knowledge was considered imparted by divine visitors. On the other hand, proponents of a more humanistic approach would support the argument that all innovation was the product of human intellect. The enigma of these lost civilizations remains yet an enthralling lure and a prod to rethink some aspects of modern understanding of very ancient times. The transformation of a mortal into the divine. The transformation of Enoch into Metatron, as described in later Jewish mystical texts like the second and third books of Enoch, represents one of the most fascinating narratives in ancient lore. Enoch, originally a mortal man who walked with God, which is mentioned in Genesis 5:24, is portrayed as ascending to heaven and being elevated into the angelic being Metatron. This transformation signifies a rare and profound shift from human to divine, making Enoch not only a scribe of the heavenly realms, but also a central figure in the cosmic hierarchy. The story symbolizes the ultimate spiritual ascension, where a righteous human is granted divine authority and knowledge. As Metatron, Enoch is described as the Prince of the Presence, a celestial being who acts as a scribe and mediator between God and humanity. In the third Book of Enoch, Metatron recounts his transformation, explaining that God granted him a throne, robes of glory, and the highest rank among the angels. He is often depicted as the one who records human deeds, oversees the workings of the universe, and ensures that divine order is maintained. This exalted role places Metatron as a bridge between mortal existence and the divine, emphasizing themes of justice, order, and the potential for spiritual elevation. The metamorphosis of Enoch into Metatron corresponds to larger mystical themes found in Jewish esoteric traditions, particularly descending mysticism. Histories of these traditions deeply probe the mysteries concerning the heavenly realms, divine hierarchies, and the relationship between the human and the divine. The notions surrounding Enoch's transformation into Metatron are laden not only with ideas regarding Enoch's unparalleled closeness to God, but also with a great number of theological questions regarding divinity and humanity. Some interpretations speak of Metatron as an archetype for spiritual transformation that has to do with a righteous person able, through his connection with divine authority, to enter into a higher state of existence. The story of Metatron has served as an inspiration and has had an enduring impact beyond Jewish mysticism, engaging later Kabbalistic literature and feeding into esoteric traditions within Christianity and other spiritual systems. Although the tales of Enoch as Metatron are outside the canon of mainstream scriptures, the notion of a cosmic intermediary bridging the realm between mankind and the divine stands out. This account gives rise to speculations probing the nature of spiritual ascension, exploring the combination between mortality and humanity, and the dynamics of how a divinity might interact with its creature in such a fashion that transformation ensues. Could modern discoveries finally shed light on the ancient mysteries hinted at in Enoch's transformation? Let's uncover the connections. Modern rediscovery. The modern rediscovery of ancient myths, including those found in the Book of Enoch, has been significantly shaped by scientific and archaeological advancements. The unearthing of the Dead Sea Scrolls in the mid-20th century provided critical fragments of the Book of Enoch, affirming its influence during the Second Temple period and sparking renewed scholarly interest. These discoveries placed the text in its historical and cultural context, revealing its significance to early Jewish thought and apocalyptic traditions. Alongside these findings, the study of ancient sites and artifacts has opened new doors to understanding the possible origins of legends surrounding the Watchers, Nephilim, and lost civilizations. Megalithic structures such as Göbekli Tepe, the pyramids of Giza, and Machu Picchu are often tied to theories about ancient advanced knowledge and its potential links to the Watchers or other semi-divine beings. These sites, remarkable for their precision and scale, challenge conventional views of what ancient civilizations were capable of achieving. Archaeologists and theorists alike have speculated that such structures might be remnants of a lost era of human history, where advanced knowledge, whether of divine origin or human ingenuity, played a crucial role. Ground-penetrating radar, satellite imagery, and other modern technologies have further fueled interest in uncovering evidence of these enigmatic ancient achievements. The argument that some myths of giant beings, celestial beings, or advanced civilizations might have had historical bases has not been resolved among researchers. It is claimed that the ubiquitous stories of Nephilim, Titans, and other giant beings found in various cultures point to a shared memory of an extraordinarily grand occurrence or being in the past of mankind. On the contrary, these skeptics appeal to a lack of solid evidence and claim that these myths are born out of imagination, symbolism, or misinterpretations of ancient artifacts. Yet some discoveries are regarded as enticing, like skeletal remains reputed to be ancient or strange genetic markers, that nevertheless keep motivating the theories that say the history of humankind is much more convoluted than is ordinarily perceived. Such investigations raise varied arguments regarding the suppression of evidence and the existence of alternative histories. Some theorists suggest that findings regarding giants, ancient advanced knowledge, or extraterrestrial intervention are suppressed to safeguard current historical and theological paradigms. Such claims remain hotly contested, serving only to demonstrate the great appeal of ancient mythologies and humanity's search for its provenance. Meanwhile, the investigation proceeds, powered ever more energetically by developing scientific techniques and archaeological tools to link ancient narratives and modern sciences, be they operational or metaphorical. These rediscoveries compel reconsideration of how much more of our past may be yet out there, just waiting to change our perception of history. Thanks for watching. If you found this video intriguing, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more mind-blowing content. Let us know your thoughts. What do you think about the secrets of the Book of Enoch? And don't stop here. Click on the video on your screen to dive even deeper into the mysteries of our past. See you in the next one.